Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is the last chapter in the first book of Maccabees. Alright, and we will make a second playlist for the second chapter, right? Right, starting with, our praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, alright, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Alright. Alright, hopefully you can learn something, alright, like we always do. Especially when it's about our forefathers, right? How they pretty much, saved their lives, alright, by basically rejecting their life in this time, right? Not like, it's not like you're not blessed, right? But, pretty much this is in vain here, right? Because, basically it's, you know, basically it's offered, alright, to thieves and, to moths, alright, insects, alright. You see, so it's basically in vain, right? And this is the story of our forefathers, right? So we will read the second chapter, and the last chapter, alright, and then we will start with the second book, alright. This is First Maccabees, chapter 16, verse 1. Then came up John from Gazera and told Simon his father what Sen the boys had done. Wherefore Simon called his two eldest sons, Judas and John, and said unto them, I and my brethren and my father's house. Let's, you know what? Let's check real quick, alright, if we can find out, alright, what these names are actually written, alright. In the Paleo Hebrew, right? Sometimes it's, but, actually it's not in here, right? But, let's type, for example, alright, let's type in Jerusalem, alright, Jerusalem. You see, so this is actually a name, right? Because, the elect are also Jerusalem, right? You see, so actually you can here, look at the Paleo Hebrew, alright, for the word Jerusalem, alright. So they actually have words when, it happens to be in the concordance, alright. And names are not numbered at all, alright. Some may be, alright, but, It said unto them, I and my brethren and my father's house have ever from my youth unto this day fought against the enemies of Israel, and things have prospered so well in our hands that we have delivered Israel oftentimes. But now I am old, and ye by God's mercy are of the sufficient age, be ye instead of me and my brother, and go and fight for our nation, and the help from heaven be with you. So he chose out the country 20,000 men of war with horsemen, who went against Sempedois and rested at night at Modin. And when as they rose in the morning and went into the plain, behold, a mighty great host, both of footmen and horsemen, came against them. Howbeit there was a water brook betwixt them. So he and his people pitched over against them, and when he saw that the people were afraid to go over the water brook, he went first over himself, and then the men, seeing him, passed through after him. Done, he divided his men and set the horsemen in the midst of the footmen, for the enemy's horsemen were very many. Then sounded they with the holy trumpets, whereupon Sennabois and his host were put to flight, so that many of them were slain, and the remnant get them to the stronghold. Alright. And this reminds me of something, right? Let's get real quick to the real quick, alright. I want to show you something because actually let's copy it, alright. I want to show you that actually in the King James Version, alright, you can see something like that, alright. Pray that you flight. You see Matthew 24:20, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, alright. And this word for flight here is fige, alright. G5437, right? Of course, we see that 2 times in the gospel, right? And basically, it goes into the word escape, all right, flight, escape, because, some may ask, okay, what's a flight in the winter, all right, or what's the flight, all right? Most of the Christians and, you know, even Israelites think that flight actually means that you have, I don't know, man, maybe some will actually think that they have to put have to take a airplane, all right, to fly to Africa or something, all right. That's actually, you can do what you want, all right. The Spirit can tell you something, but we will be taken by the so-called UFOs, all right, what the people call UFOs, all right, because they are the angels and they will take us from wherever you are, right, because we have elect, all right, on every place on the earth, all right, because we were scattered, all right. And also proof of that is actually that you have some man in the Philippines now, all right, coming up with the real name Yahweh, Bar Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, and basically um, he has the understanding, all right, and maybe he's the elect, all right, because he actually came up with that, you see, Yahweh, you see, hey, Waf, hey, Waf, hey, you see, uh, Yahweh, right, the A, the first A, the second A, the third A, all right. It's not in any original text out there, all right. There was no text found, Of course, there were manuscripts found with, but, there are also manuscripts that show it otherwise. So, they don't have the truth anyway, all right. Only the spirit of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai can reveal that to the real prophets, to the real people, all right. That's why we, the people who came up with Yahweh, actually, all right. You see? Um, and it's for the word Lord, H2068, see? Yahweh, the existing one, and his son's name, guess what, is Yahweh Shai, alright? And why is some guy in the Philippines now talking about the real name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai in his own language, alright? In his own language, you see? Real quick, GMS Watchman, shout out to, alright? In the Philippines, okay? And I will put a link in the description box, alright? Because, that's basically not the topic, but that's the real name, okay? You see? So this is further proof, alright, that we are the real prophets, the real Jews, of course, alright, but not all tribes of Israel are Jews, alright. They are just Israelites, the northern kingdom, alright. You have the southern kingdom, the Jews, Benjamites, Levites, and Judites, alright, Judah, and most of the Israelites are in America, okay. Even Hitler knew that, okay. All right. So basically, we are scattered, right? But you have more and more, all right, Yahweh showing himself, all right, by raising up, people out of nowhere, all right. They have a vision, they have some really, good doctrine, all right. You see, so that's not by coincidence. Chapter 16, verse 8. Let's read at verse 7. That done, he divided his men and set the horsemen in the midst of the footmen, for the enemy's horsemen were very many. Then sounded they with the holy trumpets, whereupon Sendebois and his host were put to flight. See? So they escaped, okay? So that many of them were slain, and the remnant get them to the stronghold. Alright, and today it's the 144,000 remnant, alright, they will not be slain, alright. But the two-thirds, alright, they will get slayed, alright, because they're carnal, alright, and they think carnal, alright. So they actually are heathens, alright, even when they're Israelites. Romans chapter 9, verse 6. Alright. You see, so remnant, the remnant, you see, will be saved again. You see, only the elect 144,000 Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, alright, not some heathen out there, alright. Not as thought, the word of God had not taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel, you see. So Paul said, all right, in German it's Paulus, all right. He said basically, not all Israelites are Israelites, all right. And I suggest that you read the whole chapter. At the time was Judas John's were around it, but John still followed after them until he came to Zedron, which boys had built. So they fled even unto the towers in the fields of Azotus, wherefore he burned it with fire, so that there were slain of them about 2,000 men. Afterward he returned into the land of Judea in peace. Okay. Moreover, in the plain of Jericho was Ptolemy, the son of Abubus, made captain, and he had abundance of silver and gold, for he was the high priest's son-in-law. Wherefore his heart being lifted up, he thought to get the country to himself, and thereupon consulted deceitfully against Simon and his sons to destroy them. Now Simon was visiting the cities that were in the country and taking care of the good ordering of them. At which time he came down in himself to Jericho with his sons Matthias and Judas in the 100 years ago in 17th year, in the 11th month, called Sabbath, were the sons of Abubus, receiving them deceitfully into a little hold, called Docus, which he had built, made them a great banquet, howbeit he had hid men there. So when Simon and his sons had drunk largely, Ptolemy and his men rose up and took their weapons and came upon Simon in the banqueting place, and slew him and his 2 sons and certain of his servants. In which doing he committed a great treachery, and recompensed evil for good. Then Ptolemy wrote these things and sent to the king, that he should send him an host to aid him, and he would deliver him to country and cities. He sent others also to Gazera to kill John, and unto the tribunes he sent letters to come unto him, that he might give him silver and gold and rewards. And other he sent to take Jerusalem and the mountain of the temple. Now one had run afore to Gazera, and told John that his father and brethren were slain, and quoth he, Ptolemy had sent to slay thee also. Therefore when he heard, he was so astonished, so he laid his hands on them that were come to destroy him, and slew them, for he knew that they sought to make him away. As concerning the rest of the acts of John and his wars and worthy deeds which he did, and the building of the walls which he made, and his doings, behold, these are written in the chronicles of his priesthood from the time he was made high priest after his father. You see, so this is basically the Israelite culture, alright, but some fake Jews, Amalekites, Edomites, alright, wanna be, wanna be in the land of the real people, alright, wanna be the real people, alright, when they have nothing to do with us, alright. Basically, they did also the pretty much the spiteful act, alright, to remove the Apocrypha out of the Bible, because it would reveal who they really are, alright. Because what? It's our history, alright, and it belongs to us, okay? See? But yet they have our records, alright, and deceiving 2/3 of our people, even when they have their foul too, alright, but basically, alright, they deceive them, alright. So the Edomites are basically, they have to pay for that, okay? They have to pay for that, alright. Also them fake Jews, alright, they all have to pay for that, okay? Let's get to, but we know it, alright? We know that it's part of the Bible, alright? We know that there are, chronicles in the Bible, but also chronicles outside of the wannabe, pretty much where they say, this is in the Bible and this is not in the Bible, alright? The canon, alright? I don't know the English word, but, let's check it real quick, alright? Canon, alright? You see? So we know that, alright? But Christian Israelites can't discern, alright? Even when they're Israelites, alright? That's why it's written that not all Israel is Israel, because some may have to hear this to really believe in what the Bible says, alright? Because they put the important things out there, alright, to deceive you Israelites, okay? And we understand also that some of you will wake up at the very end, okay? It's okay. You can, you don't want to do that, but basically we understand that, and you will get the same reward, okay? But if you're an Edomite, alright, you know what's coming to you, alright? worst nightmare, okay? We have to read this to you, alright, so you understand that you are these people of the Bible, but they put it out, alright? You see? I hate that, man, right? And also, pretty much I believe that actually the Levites, alright, my own tribe, basically we basically killed Yahweh Shai, alright, but Yahweh is not, and Yahweh Shai, they don't love is not first this, alright, love is not resentful, alright, and also, alright, it's already written that, that the Levites, the priests, alright, they would kill Yahweh, but the other tribes are not without fault anyway, alright, but the priests were pretty much the main, the main actors, alright, because it's all the Lord's movie, alright, and his Levites are his Levites, okay, you know, our blessing is our blessing, our pretty much, curse is our curse, alright, the secrets will pretty much not be revealed unto us, alright, that's the curse of the Levites, alright, because they, the ancient Levites, they pretty much killed with the tribe of Simeon, alright, you know, very, many people pretty much, alright. But we have the blessing, alright, what we got, and the other tribes got their blessing, so, it's all balanced, man, alright. And Israelite is Israelite, alright. It doesn't matter if you're Mexican, alright, all the way down to the Mexicans, alright, they are our people, okay. To the so-called Judites, alright, who happen to be mostly in America, okay. And we understand that some of you, alright, will wake up at the very end, okay. You see, alright, we have not, he said that, his soul will not dwell, so to speak, alright, with the Levites, alright, because they're cool with their weapons of war, you see. But he can actually use that, alright, to, maybe fight, alright, the elect Levites, alright. He will maybe use that, alright, to a positive aspect, because if you look at um, if you look at pretty much your life, alright, and how it works with Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai and his power, alright, there's always a positive side on the negative aspect what he puts pretty much in your life, right? So basically, he wants to see you learning, alright, and understand if you fall, alright, you get back up, alright, 7 times, you see, you get back up, and 6 times you fall, you see. That's basically written, alright. And you have to understand it, okay? For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief, you see. And basically, the Israelites who had this truth and they fell out, alright, they were never part of us, alright. That's written also, okay. And you can always read it like that, alright, the righteous, great man, alright. Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment, alright. Basically, this is not an excuse, but remember, alright, every sin, whatever it is, alright, if you repent for it, alright, you have to be an Israelite because to you the law is given, alright, to other people it's not even given, alright, you can repent and your sins will be wiped out, all right, by the fact that you will get, the crown who the elect will get. Because what? Because you believed, all right, to the very end, all right, he that endured, see, the same will be saved. Okay, it's not about, how wise you think you be, all right. Of course, you have to work out your salvation, because otherwise, without works, your faith is death, all right. But that's basic, okay. Revelation 3:5, all right. That's actually a good part. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed in white raiment, all right. And I will not blot out his name out of the book of life. You see, if you endure to the end, all right, your name will not be blotted out. Okay. Doesn't matter what you sinned, all right, what you think you sinned, all right. It's already forgiven anyway, all right. If you endure to the end, it's forgiven. Of course not if you don't endure, all right. Because you don't know what these brothers are going through, all right. You don't know, all right, what you sin. If it's, of course, if you do like uh, fornication, not yeah, pretty much, okay, fornication. If you sleep with another man's wife, all right, that's heavy, okay. You know, but it's not an excuse to do something, all right. But actually, the sins are already forgiven if you're an Israelite only, of course, all right. But I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels, you see. So Yahushua has the power, man. All right, Yahushua has the power, all right. And he already forgave us Levites, all right, because, it was just there for us to be, the tribe where the priests are, and we did that basically because we were the law, the law teachers pretty much. And we're still the law preachers, okay. And there was a time where, we just didn't see that, he's actually in the okay in the Torah, all right. It's just what it is, right. And you see Luke 9:24, what I said at the beginning, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it, all right. Because these people out here think, all right, that actually they can, you know get with Esau on some, immortal, stuff. No, man, all right, because, you will not be immortal or blessed, all right, if you don't have the spiritual immortality, all right, because that's the real, all right, the for real thing, all right, all right. But Esau has you in that deception, all right, that he can do more that it you know, more than now with his technology, all right? There's nothing more than he now came up with, all right? And it's not even his technology, all right? Yahweh gave him that, all right? So it's not even his, you know, but, pretty much you can stay with your deception, right? It's not our problem, right? You see, because today, in Matthew 12:15, all right, if you're an Israelite from whatever tribe, all right, whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother, you see. So if you at the very end, all right, and you believe, all right, guess what? All right, you're his friend, man. All right. Basically, there are many places to live for, for Israelites in the kingdom. All right, it's not a problem. All right, to make some, right, to give you some, uh, whatever you want, man. Pretty much, all right. If you're an Israelite, all right, it's no problem for him, all right, because his space is not limited, all right. So if you repent, even at the very end, all right, because of what you will get the same reward as for, like, people who or teaching for like 10 years or something even, all right? Because it's not heavy or difficult, all right, to give you the same reward, because there is enough reward, okay? So that's why we say that it's, some cases, even some of the elect will wake up at the end, okay? Shout out to the brother GMS Bread and Olive, all right? He always repeats that because it's important also, all right? And, that's why we understand it, you see? Because it's not difficult, all right? It's really not difficult for Yahweh Shai and his father, all right, to give you, even your own universe if you repent at the end, all right? With your whole heart, all right? Not if you, just play it, you see? But at the end, it's not playing, all right? It's not playing at all, because people will see things, all right, what they never saw before, okay? Never, never, never saw before, all right? And it's starting already, all right? People don't even, they scoff at these so-called UFOs, all right? Even, okay? But they don't know what's behind that, all right? Because some UFO, what you're scoffing at, all right, can actually come a second time, all right? You don't even saw it by yourself, all right? And it can kill you pretty much, all right? And after that, all right, you see, if you didn't keep the law, all right, there's enough pain for you after you are already dead, all right? Because the spirit, all right, belongs to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right? He can do whatever he wants with you, all right? Even when you're dead, see? So you don't want to play with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and also not with his angels, okay? Maybe it looks funny to you, all right, if some so-called UFO appears in the sky, all right? I don't know what you think about, but, let's say it like that, all right? We got the so-called cars here on Earth, all right? And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai got his cars, all right? And he not even travels to them, all right? Of course, he will see to the angels, but he sees also to us, all right? And these are his chariots, all right? And guess what? If you laugh about his chariots, all right, or about his elect, whatever, man, all right? It's the truth, okay? There will be a reward also for that, okay? Because, even if it looks funny, you don't laugh about something like that, okay? That's a heavy power, man, okay? They will come and destroy, all right? So I don't know what's funny about it, all right? And I don't talk about these, Independence Day and whatever Esau, the Edomites, all right, create, all right? All right. Dumia, all right? Here, okay. Uh, they put deception in their movies, and you actually think, all right, that there are some aliens coming, all right? These are the angels, man, all right? Okay? And they work for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the God of the universe, all right? Not some angels from some fourth star or something, some bullshit like that, all right? And the elites already know, all right, that they are the angels of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Shai himself, all right? Because they will see him, all right, who they pierced, all right? Guess what? Who they call today Jesus, but his name can't be Jesus because the letter wasn't even invented 400 years ago, right? Before 400 years, okay? It's also the fantasy of these people, right? Edom, red, all right, because they call themselves white today, but they are red, according to the Bible, okay, because you see the blood to their skin, all right? Descendants of Esau, all right? And the fake Jews in the land, all right, who call themselves Jews, all right? But they are not just the Judah tribe, all right? They are 12 tribes of Israel, all right? So they don't have any clue what they're actually talking about, all right? And they're also deceiving you by knowing that they're actually not the people, all right? Look at some interviews. They say, they say to you, all right, I know, talk to them. You are not the real Jews, all right? The real Jews are actually Nikos and Tinas and Oh, I know, okay? So, you're really deceived, okay? But guess what? All right, the deceiver, right? Because you think, that Satan has something to, to play with or whatever, all right? Of course, if you give him your soul, all right, what I don't suggest you to do, all right, because, it's always deeper than you think, all right? And it's always the problem, all right? The problem will be always with you, not with him, all right? Because he is just doing his job, all right? And guess what, all right? How Shem Yahushai gave him this job, all right? Even Satan knows, all right, that Shem Yahushai will come back with his angels and also with his so-called UFOs, what are actually unidentified flying objects, what are actually, just unidentified, all right? But they're actually true, okay? Even the name tells you that, all right? The deceiver, right, are his. Okay, basically, the deceiver are his, all right? The people who can actually deceive you are his, all right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right? And the deceived, all right? The people who get deceived are also his, all right? So you can do nothing about that, all right? If you are deceived, walking around, all right, in completely darkness, all right? You know, but let's get that real quick, all right? He that endured to the end, all right, the same will be saved, all right? Not some, some rapture, all right? To be some cloud over there, flying cloud, all right? These Christians, they are just like some, I don't know, man, all right? Like some little kids or something, right? I don't know, man. They're completely out of, all right? It's hard. It's really hard for me to understand, right? But that's a good sign, right? That's a good sign if you actually hate, you know, if you hate actually, the lack of knowledge, all right, what they got, all right. That's good, all right, because Yahweh Hashem Shai is talking about it, all right. My people getting destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? You see, Revelation 2 and 26, and he that overcome it, all right, and keep it my works unto the end, all right, what's the end, all right, to the point where Yahweh Shai, all right, and he will not come back like, like some, okay, so 1 week and he's here now, man, all right, he will come like a thief in the night, man, all right, you don't know when he comes, all right. As the days like Noah, when the flood came, all right, where the people thought that there was actually no rain coming, some water coming out of the sky, but it happened, all right, you know. And Esau is still that caveman, all right, because he would actually say to you, all right, that we can, that the world with his carnality can come up against some power, all right, like, like it will. Of course not, man, all right, that's fantasy, okay? And the truth is always stranger than fiction, all right? Okay? And the truth is, all right, that Yahweh Hashem Shai, all right, will come back to this point and make an, game over to all of that lying, all right, and give the kingdom to the saints, all right? And the fiction, all right, is actually the point where Esau Edom want to make you believe that he cannot even mess with the angels. How could he mess with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? All right, with the Father and the Son. All right, he would lose with his whole weaponry. He would lose against one angel. All right, one lonely angel. All right, he would lose. You see what he's talking about? Messing with. Nah, man. All right, with the power of the universe. Okay, go out of here, man. All right. And people actually believe that, all right? I don't know for sure, but it seems to, all right? It seems that way, all right? James 1 and 12, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord had promised to them that love him. All right, and if you want to believe something, some fiction, all right, what you see out there, even Esau Edom put some movies up, all right, they're actually interesting, all right, when it's about the 144,000, they're actually really good movies, all right. There are some series what you can actually watch in America and I think in other places too, but not Germany, all right, and it's called 144, pretty much, all right. They had these powers, all right, and if you look at the enemies, all right, you will always see also there, people with superpowers, all right. So that's actually fiction what will happen, all right, but it always goes back to Yahweh Bar Hashem Yahweh Shai, because he can actually only give you that, all right. There is nothing that can give you that power, all right, other than Yahweh Bar Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay, because it's spiritual, all right. It's not magic, all right, what, you know, witches do, all right, because the Torah actually says, all right, if you, you should kill witches actually according to the Torah. Of course, you don't do that, all right, because you will get pretty much imprisoned for that if you kill, some woman that pretends to be a witch, all right, and there are witches actually, all right, there are many witches, all right, but we don't kill them, all right, without even knowing for sure, all right, what they really do, That's not how it works today, all right, but in this, in the ancient time, actually would, you would kill somebody like that, all right? That will happen again, okay? Because there's always a left-hand side and a right-hand side, okay? And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is the right-hand side, all right? And, look at the left-hand side, all right, what they can do with demonic powers, all right? What you think Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai can do, all right? When even the left-hand side is that great pretty much, all right? You see, they can summon things out of nothing, walk on water, It's not hard for some occult, for occult people today, all right? It's not hard at all, all right? What you think gonna, mess with Yahweh Bar Hashem Yahweh Shai then and his elect, all right? Look at the enemies, man. All right, look at the enemies, okay? Or 144,000, all right, for example. And there are more, all right, but I can't remember all of them, all right. Yahweh Shai said also that we will do greater things, all right, than he did, and he did so many things that you can't even, you know, put it all in books today because there are not enough books, all right. I think I will find it that way, all right. This is Hebrews 6, 11 first, all right, and we desire that every one of you, all right, do shew the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, you see. So give diligence to make thy calling and election sure, because many are called and few are chosen again. All right, and you have to be an Israelite. All right, that's the basic of basic, right, to be actually chosen. All right, because even some heathens are called, all right, to speak on dreams, for example, what they had, all right, to basically warn also their own people, all right. Look at many different kings where we also were captive under, all right, they had dreams, all right. Then you had, for example, Daniel, all right, interpreting the dream, see. So of course heathen can get dreams. And, where's that verse, man? All right, Salat, man. All right. The same shall be, the same shall be saved. Just type it here in, all right. Can't be the thought, man. Matthew 24 and 30, alright? But he that shall endure, see, to the end, the same shall be saved. Alright, not some Edomite Christian out there, alright, saying that you will be raptured, alright, escaping from everything that's coming basically to the whole world and also to the elect, alright, but he, he is saved, he is saved, okay? But the scriptures, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai said, alright, that you will be saved by enduring to the end, okay? So, if you believe even Israelites talking about something like that, alright, please, okay, look up what they're saying to you, alright? It can't be, that you just believing what everybody says to you, alright? We're also in the information age, alright? So, we don't live in caves, man, alright? You can look up something if it's really in the scriptures, and if it's not in the scriptures, guess what? If they talk not according to the scriptures, alright, that's because there's no light in them, alright? And it don't depends on if they are pastors, if they are, Israelites, okay? Right? That's not what it's about, alright? Because you can also, the completely truth what the 144,000 got, alright? They don't got it from a Bible school. They don't got it from a theology study, right? From the University of Theology, alright? Okay? They got it directly from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, alright? Alright? Because he will make an end, alright, to all of that, all of that lying, alright, beasting around, alright, sex with chickens, alright, that's over, man, alright, okay, that's over really soon, alright, with that, praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, alright, Lord willing, we see us in the next lesson, alright, the next chapter, brother said, alright, we were all over the place pretty much, alright, that's the reason why this video is already 40 minutes long, alright, and that's also the reason why we will continue with the next chapter on the next video, alright, and it's good, I believe, actually, because I don't talk that much, between the lines when we read the books of the Maccabees, alright, so actually, there are clean parts to that, alright, where we can go a little around the scriptures, you see, and that's pretty much it, alright. Shalom to the elect, and Lord willing, we see us in the next lesson, alright, to the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.